second time that they mentioned, I think the first time they mentioned Boyd's teeth was in the very first episode or something like that, when he was like, oh, courtesy of the United States government or whatever.
Yep. They do get mentioned on occasion. Nikki Augustine commented on Boyd's teeth.
Oh yeah, that's right.
At one point, and I'm pretty sure that Quarles did at least once. Yeah. Also, so.
I liked that though. It's like his teeth is glowing in the darkness.
Your teeth glow in the dark.
Yeah. And what's the other thing I had? Oh, the other thing I had was like Scully and Mulder would always have flashlights. Raylan couldn't think to bring his.
Oh, I know. Yeah, what kind of law enforcement officer you left your badge, flashlight, and gun behind in the car? Like, man, you gotta have a flashlight. Come on, he has a phone. Your phone has a flashlight on it. We've seen him use a iPhone equivalent, right? That's like a debranded iPhone. So
that's right. I don't know. I try to carry a spare flashlight wherever I go, like a flashlight on me, just because I think my eyes are just going so bad that at night I feel like I need to use it every once in a while. You know?
I'll if I'm out at night, like when I went to a concert or whatever, and it was walking back to our hotel. And, maybe there weren't as many streetlights as there needed to be. I'd get the flashlight out and on my phone and shine it or whatever. So, absolutely. But, all right. Well, let's get to our final segment if that gets us through the episode. Are you going to shoot him too, Raylan?
I was telling my friends this morning how yesterday you come to me and if you don't get out of town in 24 hours, I'm going to shoot you on sight. Fire in the hole!
Are you going to shoot him if you catch him?
I'll kill 4 of you before you even clear your weapons, and I'll take my chances with the other 2.
If you get the chance, shoot him in the nuts.
I don't pull my sidearm unless I'm going to shoot to kill.
Are you going to shoot him too, Raylan? And Raylan does not shoot anybody this episode. And he did shoot at Boyd.
Yes.
Remember, as we just discussed. But all the bodies, Boyd was responsible for one. Markham was responsible for the kid. Yep. And Zachariah was responsible for himself.
Yes. Yes. And there's less of a body and more of a pile.
Yeah. Like somebody got vaporized. Yeah. Hell of a way to go, huh?
Too bad Wynn Duffy wasn't there to have a big chunk land on him.
He's like getting into his car and then something falls from on him. Like, damn it. But that was it. I mean, the pacing of this episode going into next, it really is truly like just a 2-parter. So so that was it.
Cool.
Very short and sweet.
Yeah, we're going to pick up right where we left off literally right where we left off in 2 weeks. We'll be back with the next episode, the series finale of Justified. So tune in then. And between now and then, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We say it in that order because it's the easiest to most difficult order. So easiest, subscribe. You push the little subscribe button in the app on your phone. And what that's going to do is that's going to download the podcast every time a new episode is released. So like when this episode comes out, automatically download it to your phone. You'll have it to listen to whenever you're ready. You don't have to be a slave to our schedule. Rate is where you give us a rating of 5 stars in that very same store. And review is where you take the time to write us a written review. Again, thank you for all of those of you who have chosen to write us a written review. I know some of you are probably saving it for the last episode of Justified, right? It's like, well, how can I review a piece of art that's incomplete? It wouldn't be fair to judge it without having heard all of the episodes. I get it. Totally understand. Coming up, you'll have that final episode of the Justified series of Groundless in 2 weeks, and then you'll be able to leave us a written review. So we do appreciate it when you do that. Also, check us out on the socials at Groundless Pod and at Groundless Podcast. You can also email us, groundlesspodcast@gmail.com, with your questions, complaints, concerns, and corrections, of course. Oh, you know what? We do have a correction. I forgot to get to it at the top of the show, and I'm not going to do it here. So we'll do it next episode because we do have a correction from our last episode. Our friends at the Post Credit Podcast noticed a mistake that we made. So we'll bring that up next time. So in the meantime, that's groundlesspodcast@gmail.com or on X, Instagram, Reddit, etc. So check us out. So that's it. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the series finale of Justified and the series finale of Groundless Justified Edition, and maybe some comments on where we go next. So tune in then. In the meantime, thanks for listening.